Lost episode. The Puzzle of Silence. I've always been a fan of WordGirl. Growing up, her clever vocabulary, witty wordplay, and heroic escapades were a bright spot in my otherwise dull childhood. So when a fellow collector mentioned a lost episode of WordGirl that no one ever talks about, I was intrigued. I found a copy in a dark corner of the internet, an unlisted torrent, tagged WordGirl The Puzzle of Silence. The file size was tiny. The quality was poor, grainy, with distorted audio, but it was undeniably WordGirl. What I saw, however, was something no child's show should ever have been. The episode begins as normal. The opening theme plays, but WordGirl's voice is warped, almost like it's underwater or filtered through static. The words she speaks are unintelligible, like a bizarre, garbled language. Her usual crisp diction is replaced with a guttural, fragmented murmuring that made my skin crawl. The narrator's voice was different too, not the upbeat, clear voice I remembered, but a slow, hollow whisper. He, or it, speaks in cryptic riddles, fragments of phrases about lost meaning, and the silence between words. Then the puzzles started appearing. At random intervals, crossword puzzles flickered across the screen, sometimes over WordGirl's face, sometimes filling the entire frame. They were not simple puzzles. The clues were twisted, disturbing hints. Phrases like, "Where silence eats the soul," "Blood beneath the cheese," "The secret in the room that no one leaves." Some answers were gibberish. Others were words like oblivion, ensnare, and redemption. I tried to pause and solve them, but they seemed impossible. Every letter shifted when I blinked. The episode's plot was incoherent, like a fever dream. WordGirl chased an invisible villain through an endless maze of hallways and empty rooms. The backgrounds morphed into a cramped pizza parlor with flickering neon signs reading Planet Pizza. The place was desolate, except for a single dimly lit back room that glowed faintly red. The narrator's voice grew colder, more insistent. "They gather here, beneath the veil of laughter and cheese, where the dough hides the darkness. The cabal of tongues unspoken, sealing fate with every slice." Suddenly, the camera panned inside the back room, a grotesque chamber filled with shadows. Tables were stained with dark, drying blood, the walls smeared with unsettling symbols, some resembling letters, others like ancient runes. The narrative unraveled completely as the screen shook violently. I heard whispers in a language I couldn't understand, words dripping with menace and hunger. WordGirl's voice became a discordant scream, broken into syllables that echoed in my mind long after the audio cut out. The puzzles multiplied. I couldn't look away as words like consume, devour, and silence appeared over and over, etched across the screen. The final crossword puzzle spelled out a horrifying phrase. "You are next. The puzzle never ends." I started noticing strange things in my real life. Every time I tried to forget the episode, crossword puzzles appeared everywhere. In newspapers, on billboards, even scrawled in the condensation on my bathroom mirror. The clues always pointed to Planet Pizza, that cursed parlor that I'd never heard of before. One night, I followed the clues to an actual pizza place with a flickering sign. Planet Pizza. The door was unlocked. Inside, the smell was sickly sweet and metallic. There was a narrow hallway at the back, leading to a door marked private. The faint glow of red seeped from beneath it. I pressed my ear to the door. Inside was a room filled with figures, shadowed silhouettes hunched over a table drenched in blood. Their voices were a low chant, uttering incomprehensible words. They wore masks shaped like letters, Q, X, Z, and around them lay crossword puzzles, but the answers were names of people who had vanished mysteriously over the years. One figure glanced up. Their eyes were too bright, too empty. I stumbled back, heart pounding, and ran. Since that night, the puzzles have never stopped. They haunt me in every silent moment. The voice from the episode whispers at the edges of my mind. The puzzle consumes all who seek the truth. You are a piece now. You belong to the silence. I'm writing this as a warning. If you ever find the puzzle of silence, don't watch it. Don't try to solve it. Some words are better left unspoken. Some puzzles never meant to be completed. And if you hear the soft murmur of crossword clues under your breath, remember, you might be next.